they're gonna come back to this, and that's actually gonna happen. Generic intro in the doc goes me. Here back with another episode of Welcome to Night Vale. Today we're doing episode 12 or part 12, which is called The Candidate. I'm not sure who the candidate's going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be somebody that is wacky and off the wall. Kind of reminds me of the Technoblade video I just did where he became mayor of Skyblock. I don't know what candidates of Night Vale are going to look like or what they're going to campaign about, but I'm really looking forward to it. You can check out my reaction to episode 11, which was wheat and wheat byproducts, which I hope you've been avoiding. I'll leave it right up there. Also, link down below in the description. Also in a playlist on my channel with all my other Night Vale reactions. Go in chronological order if you want to share it with anybody to get them into the series as well, because I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I've introduced a couple of people to it, and a lot of people have found me through this series, which is awesome, and through other people sharing it on, you know, Twitter, Reddit, Tumblr, all that fun stuff. So thank you so much to those people. Shout out to the patrons because they allow me to do series like this and give it a shot. So shout out to the patrons. $3 a month gets you all my reaction videos a day early. I could not do this if it was not for them, and I'm completely against paywalls because I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay. I read every single one of your comments as well, which is over last year I read over 50,000 comments. I respond to a lot of them, so you know I'm actually reading them, and I hope I can make your day just a tiny little bit better. But let's go jump into The Candidate.
Hi. If you
That's not the voice I expected.
Welcome to Night Vale, or if your captors are winning you over by playing it day and night in your homemade cell, or if you've grown used to hearing it faintly in the background as you dream of walking on a strange and sandy beach next to a vast and alien ocean, then we would appreciate it if you would write a review of it on iTunes. It would help us out a lot.
Does iTunes still exist?
Please do not mention hooded figures, hawks, or the color blue in any of your reviews. Thank you.
Okay.
The policeman in that intersection is not directing traffic.
What's he doing then?
He's coding an urgent message to all of us. Welcome to Night Vale.
No. Oh. Also, hello everybody that's watching these. There's a playlist on my channel in case you want to share it to anybody.
First, the news.
Starting with the news.
Old Town Night Vale residents are complaining about extremely noisy sunsets.
What do you mean noisy
Several
sunsets? Was
agitated
this Rick and Morty?
citizens are pushing for the city council to do something about the solar shrieking every evening.
No,
for
yeah,
the
it's
past
Rick and
few
Morty.
Weeks.
It took weeks to complain.
One homeowner described the sound as the parched cries of sad buzzards, or perhaps even the unholy voice of Old Scratch himself. The city council, speaking in unison at a televised press conference, said that the noise is just the windmill farms that litter the unfortunate wastelands of Desert Bluffs.
Oh, yeah, that
and
sounds
that
about
the
right.
noises do
Desert
not
Bluffs is
fall
to
under
blame.
Night Vale jurisdiction. Walton Kincaid,
What do you even do in that situation?
president of the community group Soundproof Old Town, said that the windmills can't possibly be the source of the noise, as they are
Do windmills even make
and also don't work because of Desert Bluff's staggering incompetence.
Only
The city
Desert
council
Bluffs would make
called a
windmills that don't
second
move.
press conference,
They don't spin.
wherein they all
Just a statue.
wordlessly stared down Kincaid for 14 uninterrupted minutes.
That's a little
Their dark
terrifying.
eyes tore holes straight through the community spokesman, metaphorically speaking, until his soul was compacted into what looked like a partially chewed, black-eyed pea. Literally.
Okay.
To date, only Old Town residents have reported hearing these inconceivable noises every evening
Only
as
Old
the
Town
sun
residents.
crosses the indifferent horizon. And the noises seem to be taking their toll. There have been 2 heart attacks, 12
noise?
cases of significant muscular atrophy,
From
and
noise.
at least 24 claims of folks growing third eyes.
Oh,
Including
TN.
Kincaid himself, who had an arachnid-like 8 eyes when he spoke before City Council yesterday
How does that even
morning.
happen?
No other neighborhood can hear the sounds.
Oh, so it's just
I
them?
spoke to Simone Rigadeau in the Earth Sciences building at Night Vale Community College
Not Carlos?
about this scientifically fascinating story. And she called it a simple case of celestial just desserts. Full
That's not
disclosure,
simple.
listeners, Rigadeau does not work in Earth Sciences.
Where does she work in?
She is a transient living in the recycling closet of the Earth Sciences building,
Okay.
and she collects cans as pets. There is another
You don't?
hearing scheduled at 4 a.m. tomorrow, on the highest ledge overlooking Skeleton Gorge, which can only be accessed by government helicopters. All previous endeavors to scale the cliffside by rock climbing enthusiasts have failed in extravagantly gory fashion.
Oh no.
The council issued a statement wishing Kincaid luck in attending this mandatory meeting.
Good luck attending a meeting. That's...
Breaking news. We've received confirmation from the Sheriff's Secret Police that fugitive Hiram McDaniels was finally apprehended. McDaniels has been on the lam since August. He was wanted on several counts of insurance fraud, falsifying
this guy.
identification
Okay.
papers, evading arrest, and assaulting a police vehicle with fire. McDaniels was spotted
Sounds
near
like a normal
his Earl
Tuesday.
Road apartment early Saturday morning by several alert neighbors. The
There's a
neighbors
cat in
said
my
they
lap.
were able to identify McDaniels because he matched police sketches of an 18-foot tall, 5-headed dragon.
Yeah, I
that
remember
had
this
been
guy,
posted
yeah.
across Night Vale. Fingerprints later confirmed that McDaniels was definitely a dragon.
Are you not a
Secret
dragon?
Police are still unsure of McDaniel's motives for returning home. And, well, listeners, our station intern Stacy just handed me a photo
new
of
intern.
Hiram McDaniels. He is a very dynamic-looking dragon. The raw
that a compliment?
power, the intensity in those 5 faces, those many sets of piercing blue and red and black and green and yellow eyes.
Why are his eyes so many
see
different
how
colors?
He charmed his way out of an arrest. He must never get tickets. What a guy. An unsigned press release I found under my pillow this morning announces the following.
Stop eating the wire.
There is a free party this Friday at the abandoned missile silo outside of town. The purpose of this party is to celebrate. There will be no sign or music, but the party is inside the silo. This party takes place at 3 a.m. and will be over at 3:05.
Oh, a 5-minute
It will
party.
be dark.
Okay.
Both inside and outside the silo. Grope blindly towards happiness. Keep your mouth open and your teeth together to indicate you are at a party. You will hear noises, and later you will not. This
Well,
party
5
will
minutes later
feature
you won't?
Special guest Bon Jovi.
Bon
although he
Jovi?
does not yet know it.
Oh,
See you there.
that's ominous. I'm trying to work.
An interesting note on Hiram McDaniels. Intern Stacy tells me that she's been Googling the roguish dragon. Did you know that he has a blog? He's a very smart
How does a
fellow.
dragon have a
Some
blog?
really groundbreaking ideas. Here's one post from last week. If I were mayor of Night Vale, I
Wait,
would give
the
incentives
dragon's gonna run for mayor?
small business development and focus on youth physical fitness programs.
Why?
Human youth are the human future, after all.
Yeah.
It seems a certain multi-headed fugitive wants to become mayor of Night Vale. You have my vote, Hiram.
Who's the current mayor?
Thursday night, the city council is voting on a new measure that would prohibit breathing as an involuntary muscular action. Historically, the human body
So
has
you
been
have
able
to do it
control
manually?
breathing without the brain needing to consciously activate the diaphragm. Under
But
the
they're
new
gonna get rid
rule,
of that, where you
all
have to-
residents of Night Vale would be required to make the physical choice of whether or not, and when, to breathe. The city council said that we have too long taken the receipt of oxygen for granted,
Oh.
and that this sense of entitlement must cease.
That's gonna
If the vote
terribly.
passes,
How are you supposed to sleep?
Residents will have until March 1st of next year to learn to control
Next year?
these involuntary muscle groups during lucid sleep. Detractors say that it is our constitutional right to breathe how we want, and that it is not the government's job to legislate breathing. The council responded by
do you
waving
even
a
do
brick
that?
in the air at
brick?
reporters and shouting, "We learned to beat our own hearts. We taught ourselves to wet our own corneas. We have pulled ourselves
Like Blink?
up from nothing. It is the American dream." Then they took
This
a
takes
deep
place
breath
in America is
all
still
together,
crazy.
lowered the brick, broke it into
As we should.
pieces, and devoured it.
I don't know about that one.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Oh my god, I love the sponsors.
We all want to live forever.
Do
right? Wrong.
There you go.
Think about watching your family die as you selfishly carry on. Your children aging and passing.
I mean, I just
your
watched the
grandchildren, and so
series
on.
finale for
Think of
Attack
all
on
the
Titan.
friends
That
you'll
was
make, but
wild.
eventually lose. You
That's
don't
going
want
live in an
that.
anime reaction channel
No.
today.
You know the Earth is eventually going to be swallowed by the sun, right? And one
Yes.
day you would be present for this greatest of all apocalypses.
That's true.
As fascinating as this would be, scientifically speaking, this excitement would fade as the pain of 1,000-degree flames engulfed your tender body, and your aged mind would be so alone in this interminable torture. Does this sound like something you want?
What was it that
We
said?
didn't think so.
Was it
Immortality
Vision
is
and Ultron
stupid.
that talked about life?
Think
Yeah.
before you wish. This message
He
brought
has a
to
very
you
good
by
point, you know.
DirecTV.
DirecTV? What? I guess.
Dear
I
listeners,
guess that's a natural one.
Right after we reported on Hiram McDaniel's interest in
I mean,
becoming
that does-
Night Vale mayor,
What is it? Death
the
makes
dirty
life worth
campaign
living?
tactics came into play.
Is that it?
Stirring up bad feelings and slinging the old municipal mud. Incumbent Mayor Pamela Winchell issued a statement citing township bylaws that prohibit prisoners from running for public office. Now,
Prisoners.
isn't it just like a career politician, such as Mayor Winchell, to make such unethical ad hominem attacks on a great reptilian beast, simply
That's-
because he's in jail? It sounds to me like the mayor
Yeah.
is feeling McDaniel's
It
breathing
sounds
down her
oddly
neck.
targeted.
Breathing dragon fire, that is. Give 'em hell, Hiram. The following is a test of the emergency dream broadcast
What do you mean the
system.
emergency dream?
In the
like
event
a
of an
YouTuber?
actual emergency, you would just now be experiencing a dream in which you were in the neighborhood where you grew up. Only
Okay.
all the houses
So
are
yesterday.
now black, featureless cylinders. Just row after row of these blank, dark cylinders stretching out around you. You are home, but you are also somewhere from whence you will never find home again.
That's terrifying.
There is someone waiting for you at the end of the longest street. You know that, although you do not know who. You try to run down the street and it grows longer and longer.
This is
You
unsettling.
pass by one cylinder in particular and know that it's your house.
Oh?
You stop running.
To
You
look at your
approach
house?
the blank face of the cylinder, its surface seeming to devour light and sound.
Your house turns into a
You
black
reach
hole?
out, and you are inches from touching it. Just then you hear a ding. You look up to see words in the sky. Possible flash floods, they say. Alert valid until 3 p.m.
Is it raining?
Once again, this has been a test of the emergency dream broadcast system.
I'm glad we have that in case. For what
The
reason?
Night Vale Mall is having to deal with angry calls from parents after the Santa they hired for Christmas photos was once again a no-show.
Aw, Santa didn't
Mall
show up?
public relations officials said that the missing Santa is actually a performance art piece meant to show people how our capitalist idols are truly non-existent. Ghosts of materialistic
Wait, Santa's
ideas
not
that
real?
we have embraced as replacements for true spiritual meaning. A long line of upset parents and crying children stretched from
The crying
Santa's
child.
empty chair to just past the Hollister. The mall PR officials added that they have a really cool idea for Valentine's Day.
What?
They're
Cupid?
thinking like moving pictures of actual beating hearts
No.
projected onto a large teddy bear.
No.
Which has been stretched open like a vivisected frog from
What?
7th grade life science.
That's the way he's like
Officials
pronouncing
added
those words.
it's going to be monstrous and beautiful.
I don't know about the beautiful
You don't
part.
even know what art really is. You don't even know yourself.
He's supposed to be like a hippie or something?
They concluded by chanting and pumping their arms in unison, like a lower Paleolithic version of the YMCA dance. And now,
The weather?
the weather.
which is going to be muted just because it always does. But you have the little timestamp that's now gone. Actually, there was a cat in that spot earlier. He was right there. Hi. He's orange. People like to play this game where they like to guess the song. You could also like play the episode as well. There's 2 timestamps. The longer one is pointed in my video, and the other time is when it's in that episode of Night Vale. Her voice is very soft. Pretty good, pretty good. I realize I'm just sitting here in silence. I'm just enjoying the song. I wonder how hard it is to actually like get a song, yeah, as the weather. Somebody says they like to play a game where they try to actually get weather out of the song. Talking about Friday night. It's actually Saturday. It's not night yet. It's like 3:53 p.m. Usually I record these and it's like midnight, so. Oh. Gold? The town? Nah, Nightville can never be empty. No, I need to go to the barber. My hair is ridiculous. Ooh. That's... I wonder if they ever repeat the weather. I really don't know why the weather is in the, like, what was the point of adding the weather? Like, why? Is it just to add to the oddity of it? Like, I wonder why the weather was added. Oh. I'm just trying to listen to the song. I don't know. I haven't really given you much to go off of. You're trying to guess the song. It's a piano. And female vocals. Midnight Rider. A good time gambler? What does that mean? She can sing. Pretty good control over the voice there. It's Saturday, but hello.
During the break,
Okay.
I received
There was
a
that.
message from Mayor Winchell's office responding to our previous reports. According to the mayor, mayoral elections aren't for another 3 years.
What?
And Hiram McDaniels is ineligible to run, not only because of
Why
his
was he just
jail
running
stay,
from...
but also
How long is he in
because
jail, though?
is
He'll be in jail
neither
for 3
a
years.
Night Vale resident nor a human
Do you have to
being.
be a resident of
There is,
the city
she
to run
says,
for mayor or
no
town?
precedent for a 5-headed dragon as elected official.
Exactly.
Mayor Winchell also pointed out that writing the throwaway phrase, "if I were mayor of Night Vale," on a blog is not an official declaration of candidacy. There is paperwork, Mayor Winchell shouted into my voicemail. You can't just... Oh. she continued,
angry. She's
trailing
upset.
off slightly at the end. What followed was about 95 seconds of loud stomping and what sounded like wood chopping in the distance before the message finally ended.
Wood chopping?
Allow
Why?
me a retort,
Wait,
dear listeners, with this brief editorial. With all due respect, Madam Mayor, have we not had enough dragon bashing? Our great country once held to some terrible old customs, but we grew up.
We
learned.
grew up.
We abolished slavery. Women won the right to vote. Ghosts can now marry.
Ghosts
but
can
of
marry?
course not have children. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that would be a real slippery slope.
Yeah.
And our own little burg is on the verge of becoming
our
the
ghost
first
supposed to be
city in this
a symbol
great
for something
nation
else?
to legalize time travel.
Oh.
So let's loosen our collars. Let's march into the reptilian future, not cling to the narrow past. Just because a dragon is a dragon and has 5 heads doesn't mean he can't lead our community.
I mean,
Sure,
that's true.
Critics will say, oh, but Cecil, what if his 5 heads don't agree on something? What if one's like, yeah, let's
Was that
build this
possible,
school,
or they
but
all share a
another's like,
brain?
no more schools, and the others
Yeah,
are
no more
drunk or
schools.
sleepy or something.
That's a
How
valid
can we
question.
agree to elect 5 heads that can't agree with themselves?
Are they
To
all
this,
separate
I
ones?
say, shame on you for your negative stereotypes of multi-headed beings.
That's a stereotype for
Free your mind.
multi-headed
The rest,
beatings.
as our official town song says, will follow. The song also says, lap deeply of the scarlet mud after the blood rains of the apocalypse. But I don't think that quite applies here. So with this, I am proud to offer my endorsement.
Oh, you're
of
endorsing?
Hiram McDaniels
Okay.
for mayor of
They're gonna come
Night
back to
Vale.
this, and that's actually gonna
Sure,
happen.
The election isn't for 3 years.
It's gonna
but
happen.
It's never too
3
early
years.
to affect
Wait.
change.
Just wait.
And in that time,
It's been 9 years,
we
so he's
will
probably
rally.
6 years into it.
We will petition to get what we want, and soon a great leader
With
will
5
rise.
heads.
Lead us to that future, Hiram.
Yep, go ahead. By all means.
But that is later. Now, it is dark. It is
No?
quiet.
No?
Just you and me, dear listener.
I have a cat.
Just my voice, traveling from this microphone, traveling silent and immediate across sleepy homes and lost
Sleepy?
souls to your
Do
ears.
people really use this to go to sleep?
You curl under
Night
a
Vale before
blanket,
bed sounds awful.
protecting your body
Well, not
from
awful,
the
but
world.
a
excepting
disaster
a
for a
few
bad time.
Clever
Or
spiders.
asking for a bad
and
time.
you are listening,
Nightmares.
hearing me. Sleep heavily and know that I am here with you now. The past is gone and cannot harm you anymore.
That is, well, the
And
past
while
kind
the
of
future
can.
is fast coming for you, it always flinches first and
Does
settles
it?
in as the gentle present. This now, this us, we can cope with that. We can do this together, you and I, drowsily but comfortably. Stay tuned now for our 2-hour special.
2 hour on what?
Car alarms and their variations.
Ah, no.
Brought to you commercial free by
Commercial-
Canada Dry. Good night.
Ginger
Night
ale?
Vale.
Why?
Good night.
Okay, what is the proverb gonna be? Proverb is going to do... You bring up a storm. Why?
Welcome to Night Vale is a production of Commonplace Books. It is written by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner.
Voiced by
and
Cecil.
produced by Joseph Fink. The voice of Night Vale is Cecil Baldwin.
Dude, that's an
Original
amazing
music
job.
by Disparition. All of it can be downloaded for free at disparition.info.
What was the weather
This
called?
episode's weather was The Brightness by
Bright-
Aeneas Mitchell. Find out more at aeneasmitchell.com.
How do you spell that
Want to
name?
have your music featured in the weather section? Want to contribute your talents to the show? Just want to say hi?
Hi.
Email us at nightfale@commonplacebooks.com or follow us on Twitter.
I'm pretty sure
at
some
Night
of
Vale
you
Radio.
have, like,
Check out
messaged them
commonplacebooks.com
about me.
for more information on this show, as well as our books on the unused story ideas of H.P. Lovecraft and what it means to be a grown-up.
I don't
Today's
want it.
proverb. Does the carpet match the drapes? No, it doesn't. You're the worst interior decorator. Please leave my home.
I mean, I don't think I did bad. So that was 12, The Candidate, which is all about the five-headed dragon running for mayor when there's not even an election running for 3 more years. Nothing surprised me with Night Vale. Kind of a tame episode. Last episode was wheat and wheat byproducts, which was certainly one. A Story About You is the next one, which is going to be weird because I didn't know about Night Vale 9 years ago, but apparently Night Vale knew about me 9 years ago. So that's going to be interesting to watch that one. It'll be out next week. Patrons get a day early. I hope you're subscribed to those future videos as we approach 100,000 subscribers. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I look forward to reading your comments because they're always so like heartwarming and wholesome, and I really do appreciate it because I do read every single one of your comments, and that's part of the reason why I want to do this show so much is because of all of the super nice comments that you leave on this video and previous videos as well. I still see those as well. When somebody finds this episode, then they go and like binge watch through all of them. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Hopefully I made just a tiny little bit better. But until the next video, take care and keep the music.
We were playing that song.